We are going to be talking about in this installment of videos on how to manage the add a new task functionality. And we went a little bit over that in the previous video, but we're going to get more in depth. So, what is a task? A task is an individual item that a customer wants you to do in their letter. Now, a work order can have multiple tasks, but there's only going to be one work order open for a customer at a time. So you can think of a work order as a customer writing you a letter and including a service request form inside the letter. The service request form is going to look like this. It is going to include a list of all of our optionable purchases that you can get, as well as a price that they can see, and then they can click the quantity and whether or not they have any attached material they need you to look at in order to complete the work order. So in this scenario, we are going to go ahead and we are going to assume that our work orders from customer account test or test account, and they ask you to log in to Facebook, retrieve messages, log in to email, and send a message, and then they're gonna have you upload a photo. So all of these things on here, oops, my bad. All of these things on here, this is all of these things that they're asking you to do is part of one work order, but each individual thing is a task that you're having you to do in that work order. So the very first thing they want you to do is to log into Facebook. So what we do at Inmate Scribes, we'll get into another video of that, but every time you have to go into any of their accounts that they have for anything, you are going to charge them a login fee. And this login fee is for the first account that you go into. You click accounts, and every first account that you go into in one work order is going to be 100 credits. So we're going to charge one login fee. And as we showed before, you can click add a customer comment. So we're going to tell them what this charge is for. This is for logging into your Facebook account. All right. So we've told them that this is for logging into their Facebook account, and we can click add content, and then that will be a little note that appends itself to the final receipt that will automatically print out when we get done. So the next thing they want you to do is to retrieve messages for them from Facebook. So we're going to click messages. Get messages is the task. So messages is a category, and there's many different tasks inside of every category. There's send messages, get messages, look up a username to message, copy and resend a message, add a scanned letter as an attachment, but in this case we're just going to use one of the common ones, which is send messages, or get messages, my bad. So get messages, let's say we log into their Facebook account by using their email, so we would copy their email address, and we would go to facebook.com, copy and paste in the email for the login, and then the password is usually going to be, as we showed before, customer123. Alright, so now that we have done all of that, let's say we have a total of 10 messages that we have printed out for them. We would type 10 into the quantity because every single message that we print out, we charge 25 cents for. So 25 cents times 10 is $2.50, or it'd be 25 credits per message, and so 25 credits times 10 is 250 credits. So as you can see, we can say this is the charge for your Facebook messages. All right, when we're done, we can click add content so that we can add a little note to the end of that task. So now we have two tasks. You'll see a task number. You don't need to pay attention to that. That's just something that I use for when I'm debugging or when I am helping you figure something out. But now you can see that we have two tasks, and you can see that it shows pertinent information. It shows you the charge for how much is the charge for this item, which is 100 credits for this login, for the first login, and then for this one it's 250, and also show the quantity, any staff comments that might have been made that you can make inside of this box right here. So let's say we'll go to our next item, which is accounts. So now we have to log into their email. So this is a whole new account we have to log into. We already logged into their Facebook, and as you can see now, the next thing is we have to go into their email. Now the customer might not say log into my email. They might actually just say send a message to this email address, email@emailserver.com. Alright, so we know that we have to log into their email even if they do not list it themselves. So we know that that automatically implies that we charge them a login fee because it takes time to go to their email and to log in. So, like I said, the first account that we log into on a work order is 100 credits, and every account that we log into after that on the same work order is only going to be 50 credits. So you'll see a 50 credit login fee right here under the accounts category, and we can type in 1. And if you want to leave a staff account, we can say this was for their Yahoo email. All right, so quantity equals 1 because we're logging into it one time, and then we click create task. As you can see, staff comments now shows it right here. Now this message will not be printed on the receipt for the customers to see. It will be only for you to be able to see in the future if you're looking back for any notes that you left for yourself that you just need to know about but that the customer didn't need to know about. So as you can see, we now have 3 tasks on here. And the last thing that they required us to do was to send that message. So now what we're going to do is we're going to send a message. Okay, so we go to messages and we click send messages. Now this is where it gets tricky, because let's say we have 3 different messages we're supposed to send out in their email. We wouldn't type in quantity 3 because the way that we charge for sending messages or for any typing at all is that we charge a credit per word that we type. All right, so let's say, for instance, let's say this right here is the message. Hey mom, just wanted to tell you to put in my order today. You can mail it to the prison like usual. Hope your day was good. I can't wait to see you this Thursday. All right, so as you can see, that's their message right there. We type that up, and we don't know, we charge a credit per word. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all of this, and then under tools you see something called word count that you can click. And word count, you can press Control-Shift-C, or you can just use that right there. I'm going to press Control-Shift-C because it's easier. So since we've highlighted a certain amount, it'll show us words, 35 out of 55. All right, so for the purpose of this video, we are going to type in quantity 1, and we're going to click create task. Now this is going to be something new because obviously how big a message is determines how much you charge them. So you see a new box after you've made this, and this right here is the task box, and in here we are going to type in the amount of words it is. It is 35 words, so we're going to click submit on that. Now, just so we know, we have a minimum of 50 credits that we charge per message, so I'm actually going to type in 50 even though it was 35. So no, like we tell our customers, you might as well use a full 50 words for your message because you're going to be charged for it if it's under 50. So we click submit. And so now we have task quantity 1. If it was 5 messages which all totaled together, 732, we would type quantity 1 and then we would put 732 in the box. All right, but moving on, we'll get into all of that later. We see that we have done all of that. We see how this whole task system works. We see that it's in here. Anytime you want to delete anything, you can click delete a task and it will delete it. All right, the other thing they want us to do was upload a photo. So we can put photos, upload a new photo, quantity 1, create new task. So as you can see, all of these tasks are in here. This is the full work order, which comprises 1, 2, 3, 4 separate tasks. Okay, and so that is basically how you use this task managing system. As I've showed in the previous video, you might actually want to start using the task descriptions document that I gave you access to, because this shows you a full list that you can print out and just keep by you when you work, that shows you every single task that is in the work order system with an explanation of when it's to be used and how to use it, etc. And also it's all in order, the same order. See account activity, account purchases, accounts. If you go here, account activity, account purchases, accounts, and then all the items inside of each one is also listed in this as well too, with the explanation for it. So this video is completed, and if you have any other questions about how to use this task management system, as usual, leave a comment below and I will answer it as soon as I am able to, or you can just message me directly on Facebook or message the Facebook group.